Using watercolor pencils. Today we'll draw marbles as an excuse to use a fun medium watercolor pencils. If you're following along, you can take a screenshot of the reference or open the file at totaldrawing.com. I'll finish laying in the final contours of the marble and lighten my drawing with an eraser, just so any loose graphite doesn't mix in with my colored pencils. Let's start by laying in the basic colors we see. Begin lightly. When you add water to a light application of pencil, it will darken. Right now, I'm using mostly just the primary colors plus black. I won't define the edge of the marble in the background. I want it to be really soft compared to the sharpness of the marble in the foreground. I'm going to include the cast shadows to help create a ground plane, and also throw some value in the top of the picture plane to add a little contrast in the negative space. Alright, it's time for water. We'll use the water to smooth out our pencil. Then continue to build up the value in shading, alternating between the pencil and the brush. I'm drawing on watercolor paper, so there is a texture or a tooth to the paper, and it makes the pencil shading extra rough. All the white speckles that show through the application of pencil are what cause the pencil application to look light and weak. As the water dissolves the pencil and it fills in those small white spaces, that's why the application of water appears to make our colors darker, because the white of the paper and the speckly pencil don't optically blend anymore. Alright, I'll add a lot of water to the background. I have to move fast back there. I got a little too much water on the background marble, so I'll just dab that off and let the paper dry some, and work on the second marble. I want the second marble to be a little bit soft on its edge, so I'll just touch it with my brush while both it and the background are still wet. And it's time for a second application of colored pencil. I found all my colors with the first application, but I need to now darken them and model them or shade them. I'll use a black pencil and sometimes a blue or purple pencil to add some shading to the ribbons of color that run through my marbles. And you'll notice the background marble has some strong color now. I'm just dipping the tip of my pencil directly into water to soften or dissolve it a little bit. And in that way the pencil deposits more pigment onto the paper with every stroke. Dipping the tip of your pencil directly into water is like turbocharging your pencil's color. I believe I see a little bit of green in the clearer part of the marble. I'll lay that down and then work this second application of pencil into my painting with more water. You can see the colors deepening a little bit more. It's easy to lose your contour when you add water to your drawing, so you may have to go back and clarify the outline of your shapes. I'm going to deviate a little bit from the reference photo and go ahead and put a little more value in my background, and I'll do it with purple just to make my picture a little bit more colorful. You see a little bit more green right through the middle of the marble. Work that in with just a little bit more water, and then supercharge my colored pencils one more time by dipping them directly into water just to find the brightest colors. Do a little bit more shading with black and yellow right over the center of the marble. And that'll be it. Thanks for using watercolor pencils at totaldrawing.com.